Boom. Hey internets, had a good question from Devarius, and he emailed me, so you can email me too at hi@jonphenom.com. That'll definitely reach me, and you can always follow me at Jon Phenom for Twitter and Instagram. Please follow me when you get a chance. I do a lot of cross-platform information and updates and all of that, so follow me please when you have a chance. His question though had to do with something interesting, and this topic is something that I might have had a different take on earlier, like a couple years ago, because things are changing so quickly. So I definitely want to touch on it for sure. And he was asking, how can I get local support for my clothing line? And part of me very instantly is thinking you don't want local support, you want international support. I was doing consulting for a brand in Hawaii, and what I was telling them, what I'll tell every brand in Hawaii, actually last November I was there and I talked to several brands at one time. It was great. It was great. If I'm able to bunch a couple brands together, then I could come speak in any city, including the UK. It's actually one of my goals, so I can meet you guys in person and give you face-to-face hardcore advice on your particular brand. But what I was telling this brand in Hawaii is, don't think local, think global. So don't think local, think global. Okay? Do it with me. Don't think local, think global. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say is, because everything is fragmented and you have influencers all across the board, it's not necessarily the city you live in, it's the internet universe that we all live in. Okay, so you could reach someone in Egypt, in London, in New York. Doesn't matter where you are or where you're watching this from. You're watching me from wherever you are watching. My analytics tells me I'm big in UK and definitely in and around the US, and then there's spotted places all over the place. So wherever you're watching, I love that you're watching this, but think about how that reach my set of experiences that are all largely from Southern California, San Diego, and then working in LA for most of my fashion career, owning my own screen printing shop in Vista in San Diego. All of those experiences are kind of local to me, but in terms of travel and production, I've been all over Asia, northern and southern China, Korea, Philippines. All of these places I've been there for production. And so by and large, I'm making a lot of things from an office that are all in a city like LA or something like that, but our reach is international. So as a clothing line, you want to think international. A lot of things that when I think of support, I think of trying to get social media influencers on board with you. You want a ton of different ambassadors, and if you could get people to support you for free or for the love or for just giving them apparel, that's definitely someone that you want on the roster. Of course, people, you know, nowadays everybody is charging for posts, so if someone has 1 million followers and they have really good engagement, that's where the money is coming from. Not only from you, but from big corporate companies, multi-billion-dollar companies. All of their budgets and ad spends are now going to the biggest social media platforms and to individual influencers. So you should have the same plan. It should be catered towards your clothing line, and that's how you reach the international, right? Like, you're just thinking of people who could have a big international reach wherever their audience is, you know. And that's a good thing. I don't know what clothing line Devarius has, and it doesn't matter, because the reason I'm posting this video for the whole community is so you guys can get a reference for your clothing line. So whatever the heritage, the story, whatever that is for your clothing line, you can find different social media influencers that can surround that and that can get behind it if they believe in your story as well. So that's what's important. But here's the part of the video that's going to be different. Number 2. So think not local, global. Right, good, you guys got it. So the other thing I want to say is, in terms of local, what you can do though, if there's someone that's a handshake away from you in the town, in the city that you grew up with, or an hour away from, like, wherever you live, if you do have people that are doing some big things, anything that can get any kind of attention, if you do have influencers that are in your city, then you might want to come with that city love and say, hey, look, I'm a boy from your city, or I'm a girl from your city, I got big love for enter wherever you live. Like I'm about that life. Like I'm from here. I want my clothing line to be based out of here and that sort of thing. Or maybe just following them and saying, hey, I'm literally your homeboy or your home girl. I'm from your hometown and home city, and I want you to really rep my stuff. You'll be surprised how far that goes for an influencer, right? And so I think a lot, it's sort of the same strategy, but if you find someone that's in a local area for you, then if you can get with them, it's easier for you to make movements with them, right? So if the brand continues to grow and they see it, then they can get more benefit, and you can show them love for initially really giving you support in the beginning and that sort of thing. So that's another way you could play off of it. Other than that, any digital guerrilla tactics that you want to use to try to get your brand up into another level, and I've made a couple different videos about that, is all things you want to employ. Remember, there's a lot of homework to do on every single category in production, in design, in marketing, and creating a bigger awareness for your brand. And all of that is homework that has to happen like all at the same time. So there's a lot of moving parts. So there's always something to kind of work on when you're launching a brand or preparing to launch a brand. Okay? Hope that helps. Anything you guys want to talk about, AMA, hashtag AMA, anything you guys want to talk about, or if anything I talked about kind of sparked an idea for you, drop it all down below. I read them all, and this is where I get kind of the emails and the messages, some of the DMs, but really I'm trying to get you guys to centralize all of it at hi@jonphenom.com on that email. Also, if you just drop messages on the YouTube channel, it comes into my feed when I'm on the app for my YouTube channel, of course. Okay, let's like this video at the same time. Ready? Let's like it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for liking it. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video here on the internet. Bye.